Race fans, the Federated Auto Parts Dirt Car Nationals is bigger than ever. From January 29th through February 14th at Volusia Speedway Park. See the World of Outlaws sprint cars and late models, plus American Sprint Car Series, USAC National Sprint Cars, the Super Dirt Car Series, and the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Ticket packages, camping, and more at DIRTcarNationals.com. Next winter, head south.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the World of Outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on dirt.com.
Is available now.
It's showdown!
5 laps to go at Attica Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32. Into turn number 3.
You wanted the best. You got it. There's a Tesla.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late model.
Here's Sheldon to the inside. Slides on.
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the World of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the World of Outlaws.
Coming to Henry County Motorsports Park, presented by the Henry County Tourist Development Council.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
March 1st and 2nd, World of Outlaws Bike Week Jamboree at Volusia Speedway Park. Get your tickets today at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
Floyd trying to pull up and even with him, but can't do it that time. There's a fine line in getting that momentum on exit into the corner, and Floyd just not.
Here we go. After a 4-year hiatus, the Digital Dash is back for its rematch. It is the second round of DIRTcar eSports in the 2026 calendar. The big blocks this time are at the home of the World Finals, the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're glad you could join us here on DIRTcar Racing's YouTube channel this evening. Hope you're staying warm. Marty Sakala with you alongside Zach Chapman. And Shaggy, we are in for one heck of a week. Let's just start things off here with the car count. The entry list is stacked basically. We've got just about 50 drivers here this entire week so far, full of iRacers, professional iRacers, as well as real-life iRacers, even some drivers off the DIRTcar Northeast level.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing your intro, Marty, I mean, boy, oh boy, I got goosebumps thinking about all these guys and how much fun we're going to have here tonight. And I know it is, you know, we are going to have fun, but Marty, it's going to be stressful. If you want to make even the B main Thursday, you got to come inside the top 20 tonight in the future. So you got to race smart, you got to race clean, and you don't want to make any enemies here. But you mentioned, Marty, some of the big name drivers. I think you got a couple that really may be helping us draw a crowd tonight.
Absolutely. Who draws your eye here amongst the big name iRacers in the field here this evening?
So if I'm being honest, Ryan Colfow, you know, I mean, you look at a 9,400 I rating, you don't get that by accident. That's a lot of work across all dirt cars. So I would imagine he's going to be a guy you want to watch out for. A speed shop we all know about, Gunnar Swanchara in the building tonight. He is going to be a guy, hasn't turned a lot of laps, in the past years. He probably used to, but anytime Gunnar sets foot on the track, he's going to be out there. And I'll tell you my pick for this thing. A lot of you guys aren't going to know this name. You will by the end. Isaac Salas, Marty. He is going to be one to watch.
A lot of guys on the real side that race up in the state of New York to keep an eye on. First off, obviously, one of the big names in the field here, Super DIRTcar Series driver Anthony Corrego with us this evening. Picked up a win last season at the Sharon Speedway. We'll get a head start here for his racing season before he heads down to Florida in February for the DIRTcar Nationals. Couple other names to keep your eye on closely here tonight. Peyton Talbot is one of them. He loves iRacing as well. A past track champion at Utica Rome Speedway, and that's now DIRTcar sanctioned. And another guy to watch out for, he's not a driver, but he's a crew guy, and that's Ryan Gufmanis. The Weed Sport native is a crew guy for Jack Lehner. He ran with us in the first edition of the Digital Dash last year. He should be a threat to watch out for as well. Qualifying currently underway here at the moment at the dirt track at Charlotte. Pull up some of your favorite drivers here on the screen. You see the qualifying, how your favorite drivers doing on the bottom of your screen, as well as the leaderboard here on the top left. First driver you're watching here, Joseph Grandy in the 518, a New York native, also very good with the modifieds. In fact, second in modified points, running with the Coast to Coast Racing League. Should mention as well, our first night tonight, Prelim night number 1, brought to you by our friends at the Land of Legends Raceway, premier dirt track up in Canandaigua, New York, with big block modifieds, plus sportsmen's, 305 sprints, street stocks, hobby stocks, and a whole lot more. Check them out at landoflegendsraceway.com. Cole Henshaw was the quickest, 15.92. Devin Howard now to the top of the charts. He's at a 15.890, so already just about half a tenth quicker than Cole Henshaw. You see the bottom of your screen. Green means they're working on their best lap. Orange means a little slower sector. Purple means they're on their quickest lap. We were watching Grandy, third quickest, 15.94. Evan Nugent, fourth quick at a 15.96. James Boniface rounds out the top 5. In fact, he drops down to 6th with Mike Brewer down to 4th. And there he is, Peyton Talbot, one of the guys I was talking about, a name to watch out for. He's at the top of the chart with a 15.83, 15.834 for the driver of the Ted's Body Shop, 1:14. Off return 4, second lap time for Talbot. Similar time at a 15.83 as well. Falcon Smith in the number 34, 8th quickest on the charts, 15.98 for him. Anthony Perego, the Ant-Man, 6th quickest, and to the top once again. This time it's Ryan Gufmanis. There he is with the Lehner car at a 15.696 rather, with Braden Eiler, 2nd quickest at a 15.78. Chance Carr is 3rd at a 15.82. Taylor Willis rounds out the top 5 at a 15.836. Comes Carr off return 4. Willis with a better lap 2 at a 15.78. That second lap time for Chance Carr. I believe he may be working on it right now, if not just wrapped it up. But Carr, 4th quickest on the charts here. He was green in sector number 1. He's working on a better lap, possibly. Nope, just getting some extra track time. Braden Carter was 8th quickest with a 15.92. A couple of other drivers working on some laps. Here's Gunnar Swanchara from the Swan Speed Shop. He's 21st quickest at a 16.01. Nick Brundage just wrapped up his lap time at 12th, but it's Ryan Gufmanis who was quickest on the charts at a 15.696. Eiler, Willits, Carr, Talbot round out the top 5. Well, we're set to go for our first heat race of the night. And let's take a look and give you your starting lineup. It's Gufmanis, as I mentioned, on pole position with the quickest time of 15.696. Peyton Talbot next to him in the 1:14. Row number 2, Joseph Grandy in the 5:18. Connor Dudek is outside in car number 7. Ran with us a couple weeks ago in the Bank City 40. James Boniface rounded out the top 5 in car number 213 with Gunnar Swanchara, the Swan unit next to him in the number 96. Row 4, it's Tyler Jackson in car number 800, Matthew Arnold to the outside in the 157. Luke Rakowski out of the Rakowski Racing family starting 9th, and Michael Axett rounds out the top 10 in the 81. Final row has Chris Moore in the 111 and Michael Hackett in the 08. Look at the race analysis and how tonight's and tomorrow night's format's going to go. It is brought to you by our friends at Whiplash SimCams. 3 minutes and 2 laps of qualifying, which just wrapped up. 4 heat races tonight. They are set for 8 laps correction. Will lead to the top 4 drivers transferring. Our B main later on this evening is set for 10 laps. And then our feature tonight is 30 with a 24-car field. Again, keep in mind, top 10 will make it into the feature for Thursday night. I'm going to battle for the $500 to win prize money. With everyone behind them, 11th through 20th, they'll go to the B main. And then drivers 21st on back, headed home early. Great to see all of you checking in here on the Dirt Car Racing chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. We'll check in with a lot of you guys as well later on. First heat race, set to go, 8 laps. Top 4 transfer to the feature, everyone else into a B main. Guffmanitz and Talbot bring us to green. Here we go. Heat 1 is on.
And what a jump Goffmanitz got there. Able to easily slide up, take that lane. But the battle here is for third, Marty. 3 wide, Grandy in the middle.
Boniface in the bottom, slide jobs, Grandy and Dudek. And it's a good battle here. Dudek gets it up for third. Near contact between Swanchara and the 213 of Boniface. They're stacking them up, wrecking them and stacking them double wide for fourth here as they all chase down Dudek in third. While Talbot and Goffmanitz basically have checked out of the hotel here at the moment, Jack.
Yeah, and Swanchara won the most important battle there. Got himself into the 4th and final transfer. But Grandy, we know, Marty, he is not going to give up easy. Got nobody behind him, got some breathing room. Grandy can go to work.
Grandy starting back to the 3rd spot, drops down to 5th. On board here with the 518 from the left front. Meanwhile, still Goffmanitz and Talbot, your top 2 at the moment. Take a look here on board here with the 114 of Peyton Talbot. And what's working here at the moment for the top 2? Why are they so good here with this setup at the moment at Charlotte? Keep in mind, fixed setups too for these drivers.
It just seems like going into 1 and 2 especially, they're entering that half a lane higher. You got to be willing to go up and flirt. And those guys behind running more of a slider, not carrying the speed, losing a lot through the center of the corner.
The battle here for the race lead, a battle for third. Swanchara peaks downstairs on Dudek here for the 3rd position. Dudek again on high side, always the place to be with these modifieds. That's Charlie here on the iRacing sim. Boniface trying to take a crack at Grandy as well for the 5th position. Now crosses over, takes a peek downstairs here. Nearly gets into the Nerf bar there of the 5. They slightly touch, but Boniface hangs on to it. Final lap here of the heat. Remember, winner of Heat 1's on pole position for tonight. And Talbot's not giving up just yet. Looking down low on Goffmanitz. Battle for the win here. The pole at the line. Goffmanitz takes it. Talbot finishes 2nd. Dudek 3rd. Swanchara 4th. Grandy in 5th. Boniface 6th. Jackson 7th. Hackett in 8th. Arno 9th. Rakowski 10th. Akes at 11th. And Moore in 12th. So again, top 4 drivers transferred to our feature this evening. Pop up the full results here on your screen for you. Again, look at the difference that the top 2 had over everyone else. Goffmanitz and Talbot were definitely on race pace. Dudek falling a 2nd behind on the top 2. But nevertheless, set to go here. Heat race number 2. Zach, go ahead and give us the starting lineup.
Starting on the pole, the 440 of Braden Eiler to the outside, the 316 of Devin Hauer. Row 2 to the inside, the 39 of Mike Brewer. To the top shelf, the 025 of Evan Nugent. Row 3 to the inside, the 20 of Dylan DeWert. To the top shelf, the 14 of Ethan Bill. Row 4 to the inside, the popsicle sticks of Joseph Broom. To the top shelf, the 25 of Robert Henderson. Row 5 to the inside, the 27 of Christopher Martin. To the outside, the 777 of John Canizaro. And rounding out the field all by himself, row 6 to the inside, the 47 of Matt Ingram.
Devin Hauer starting from the 2nd spot. Actually going to be riding on board with him during this heat race. Hauer, one of some of the drivers here that's carried an onboard shot for us throughout this entire week.
Talk about bad luck for some teammates, Marty. 4 FTM drivers, or 3, excuse me, in this heat race. That's not what teammates wanted.
Yeah, keep an eye there. Brewer starting 3rd. Bill starting 5th. Just amongst the notables here. Off of turn 4. Eiler Fire is underway here for heat race number 2. Alrighty, Brewer trying the slide job there. 3 wide for 3rd on back. Nugent didn't get the best start he wanted. One up, meanwhile, in the wall. Close quarters racing out back. That being Joseph Groom in the 11. Everybody hanging on for right now, though. Lapped over at the line, led by Eiler. Well, they're side by side for 3rd. That was risky there from Ethan Bill trying to go up the hill. Hanging on to that final transfer spot right now. But here comes DeWart and Nugent.
Yeah, and you want to say you feel confident here, you're in 4th, but look at that, somebody beating down the back door. That's Evan Nugent. Man, he's going to make him go here. The 25 looks to the inside, and I think we had one of the outside wall.
No harm, no foul, we stay green. Nugent, a sportsman driver out of the land of legends. They're all rooting for him out in Western New York. But most of the field here, all staying single file here. Eiler leading by about a half second on Howler. The battle for 3rd, though. Bill trying on Brewer here for that 3rd spot. And again, top 4 transfer in the feature. Everyone on back. We'll head to a concert.
Yeah, Bill looks like he has some pace, but right now, Brewer's best friend is his teammate in that 316. They're so close that right now, Bill can't really feel confident with throwing the slide job. He's having to work slow.
Take a ride on board here with Howler. Following the 440 of Eiler for right now. He's the quickest car on track, though. 15:92 last lap. Again, this track high side dominant for now in the heat races. Expect that to change when we get
slide
into
job
future
behind
time.
Marty. Ethan Bill Ethan Bill put himself up into P3 through the slide job, made it fit on Brewer. Brewer's trying to look back underneath, but Bill, he's got the run.
The Brew crew watching, trying to see if that 39 can counter it back. He's in a transfer spot. Don't look now, though. Evan Nugent trying to close in. Battle for 2nd is on. They make their way through turns number 3 and 4. Checkers way. Braden Eiler takes the win in Heat 2. Howler in 2nd. Bill 3rd. Brewer in 4th. Nugent 5th. DeWart in 6th. Henderson 7th. Martin 8th. Canizaro Jr. 9th. Hinkle in 10th. And Joseph Groom in 11th. So that is how heat race number 2 comes to an end. And how about the moves we saw there in that heat race, especially from Ethan Bill there, making his way up to 3rd. There you see the results. Eiler winning by just under a half second there as we close out heat race number 2. Set for the 3rd heat race of the night. A look at the starting lineup. Taylor Willits on pole position. He's in car number 10 with Cole Henschel to the outside in the number 3. The Ant-Man inside row 2. Anthony Perego in the number 4 with Falcon Smith to the outside in car 34. The Wild Man, Chris Darling, the 714 DIRTcar Sportsman driver, starts 5th. To the outside, it's Jason Butterfield in car number 93. DIRTcar Pro Stock driver Tyler Bush, starts from 7th with Shane Billings to the outside, starting from 8th. Rounding out the top 10 in row 5, Charles Martel in the 06 and Brody Adamski in the 119 with Ryan Coulthal rounding out the pack in this heat, starting from 11th. Now
is that the commentator's curse or what, Marty? I mean, I picked him as a guy to watch, and he rounds out heat race 3. Tough break, sorry, Ryan.
But this is the heat you want to watch out for very closely here, because, I mean, it's just stacked full of drivers that have made their name here around the Northeast. Obviously, we know Perego, Super DIRTcar Series driver. Chris Darling, phenomenal sportsman driver going through the ranks, the land of legends. Won a bunch of novice sportsman, new legend sportsman races, I should say. Made it into Super Dirt Week after some great qualifying runs. You all know Tyler Bushy, for those that follow the Pro Stock Series up in the Northeast. But yeah, that's going to be a fun heat race. Top 4 transfer, winner of this heat race, starts from 3rd of the feature. Here we go. Good jump from Willis off for turn 2, trying to get the clear on Henschel. Big stack up, one car up in the air, and one around, it's Falcon Smith. Another one up in the wall, that being Butterfield. Right front is damaged, though. You can see it towed in just a little bit. No caution at the moment. We stay green, and Smith has gotten that 34 going, but man, those two drivers got a bad break. They want a caution flag. They're not going to get it though, Zach.
No, he just got a lot of speed coming down the hill, and sometimes you don't want to lift. And man, you're not able to live the race another day. But look at this 714. Mr. Darling moves himself into the fourth and final transfer, but for how long?
Oh,
3 wide, 2 for 1. Here we go.
Coulthard got the discount over lifetime for a split second, and then Darling took it back from him. Slide job city here at Charlotte for the final transfer spot, but Coulthard wants to take it back, and they're wrecking. Brody Adamski hard on the outside wall. No caution flag just yet. Contact between Darling and Bushy. They keep it straight.
And that's exactly what Ryan wants to hear. That gives him a big gap now to fifth. He'll be able to put his head down and see if he can go up here and get Mr. Perego. But I don't know, Anthony, a long way up the road.
Meanwhile, out in front, Jalen Willis, the race leader by 0.3 of a second. Cole Henschel in that runner-up spot, followed by Perego and Coulthard. Willis, 9 wins in USRA B mods last season. Henschel, also a real-life driver, runs modifieds out at Accord. Heck, here's another fun fact too, Dak. This is a guy that was a starting pitcher in the past couple of years for Kentucky and Richmond, combined going 7-5 in his career with a 4.39 ERA. He's back with that modified, running in second here at the moment, trying to take the win from Willis here. They make their way through 3 and 4, come to the checkered flag. Willis should be able to get the job done here at the line. That he does. Henschel in second, Perego third, Coulthard fourth, Darling fifth, Bushy in sixth, Martell in seventh, Billings in eighth, Smith ninth, Adamski 10th, and Butterfield 11th. Some great racing there as a whole. There was a little contact as well, but regardless, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you what, I all the more amazed that 510 was able to go up 7 spots through that mix. Keep your eye on Coulthard here the rest of the night.
Yeah, biggest mover throughout that heat race. And gets the final transfer spot in. Willis, your winner, by 0.4 of a second. Heat race number 4, Zach.
Starting on the pole, the 2 of Chance Carr to the outside, the 015 of Braden Carter. Inside of row 2, the 916 of Nick Brundage to the outside, the 170 of Derek Anderson. The 19 of Kyle Lanfear lines up on the inside of row 3 to the outside, the 5 of Isaac Salas. Row 4 to the inside, the 61 of Dylan Simbala. To the outside, the 99 of Justin Ledoux. Row 5 to the inside, the 83 of Brandon Dittmer. To the outside, the 44 of Ethan George. And rounding out the field, the 100 on the inside of row 6, Drew Alton.
Again, night one of prelims here, brought to you by our friends at Land of Legends Raceway, premier DIRTcar Northeast track, home of the big block modifieds, DIRTcar Sportsman, 305 sprints, street stocks, hobby stocks, and new Legends Sportsman. Check them out on Saturday nights throughout the summer. For the schedule, go to landoflegendsraceway.com. Super DIRTcar Series, I believe, will be there twice in 2026. Stars and Stripes on July 2nd, then also Summerfest the night after. Matt Williamson, Super DIRTcar Series champion, also the champion in the track's big block modified class. So, all right, here we go. Final heat race. I believe as of right now, we'll just have to see if not one more heat race left. Chance Carr, Braden Carter, the front row. Heat 4 is underway. Slicing and dicing off of turn 2. Brendan John, the bumper of the number 2 of Carr, looking for the race lead. Has to lift a little bit. Couple of drivers sideways in the back. Nearly 4 wide off of turn number 4. They're 3 by 3. Salas trying to make some runs downstairs in Mama's basement. However, though, side by side for third. Salas loses some spots. And a race for the lead. Slide job by Brundage. That will work. Carr on the gas first. He hangs on to the race lead after 2 laps.
Yeah, I mean, Marty, we talked about it last heat race, but it seems like right now you want to get to that outside. If you're going to throw the slider, you need a big run coming out of turn 2. I just don't really see it happening through 1 and 2, but I'm sure one of these guys are going to prove me wrong.
Hang on, Salas got caught on the wall. He got squeezed up there. And they nearly wanted everybody up there for just a moment. No caution flag. We stay green with cars still out in front of Dittmer. That's a rough break there for Salas. He'll have to go to the B main, that's for sure. He was one of the drivers that made the Digital Dash feature last year, 4 years ago, I should say. Here goes Brundage. Another slider for the top spot. Car counters it back. 3 laps to go in Heat 4, Zach.
He's not done. He's going to build up a big head of steam here. Diamond's off at 2. And I'm telling you, the 916, he may be the guy to beat Brundage. Going to do it one more time.
Another slider there for Brundage in the Majula C Speed Shop ride. FNC, the champion 4 years ago in the first Digital Dash race we had. Carr got the lead there that time. 1.5 laps to go this time by. Lanfear trying to close in, Zach. White flag waves. Final lap in Heat 4.
Yeah, Brundage clipped the wall a little through 1 and 2. He's got one more chance. He takes a little peek down low. What kind of run can he get? He's not going to pull under. All Carr has to do is shut the door.
Oh, he's there! He's there! Brundage tried the slide job. Carr counters it back, and Chance Carr takes the win in Heat 4. What a way to close out the heat between the two. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chance just wanted to get our hearts racing there. He could have shut the door, but he wanted to get us excited. Marty, boy, oh boy, what a finish.
So heat race number 4 is in the books.
All right. One more heat race left to go. Nope, this is the D main correction, Zach. First of 3.
Yeah.
Consi. Zach, I'll let you take this one for now.
Yeah, and what they're doing here, Marty, so it's technically 3 D mains. Top 3 from each race going to make it to the feature here. So we're focused on the top 3 in the next B mains. But row 1 here for B main number 1, to the inside the 518 of Joseph Grandy, to the outside the 100 of Drew Alton. Row 2 to the inside the 115 of Tyler Bushy, to the outside the 25 of Robert Henderson. Row 3 to the inside the 08 of Michael Hackett, to the outside the 83 of Brandon Dittmer. And row 4 to the inside the 34 of Falcon Smith, to the top shelf the 47 of Matt Hinkle. And rounding out B main number 1, the 81 of Michael Oxzet. How are we doing that, Marty?
I believe you got that right. So I don't know.
Oxzet, okay. All right, there we go. We'll try it.
All right, so yeah, first of 3 Consi's here this evening. And again, keep in mind here as well, like Zach mentioned, top 3 transfer. Everyone else is headed home early. Pace truck is in here. And we'll see who makes the feature. Grandy and Alton on the front row here for the first of 3. Last chance showdowns. Off of 4, Grandy fires. We're green for B main number 1. Three wide mid-pack here off of turn number 2. Contact a little bit. Lead it on another, and around goes Bushy. Oh, what a save he made. He can thank Hackett for that one. One driver went up in the wall. That was Oxzet. But again, Zach, we're focused on the top 3 spots on who's going to get in. Henderson has it for right now, while Dittmer and Smith race for 4th.
That's what I was going to say. You want to talk about winner chicken dinner there, Marty. Brandon Dittmer drove right around that accident or that contact on the outside, got 2 spots. You know, he's right there on the outside looking in, but he's got some company down on the inside. Here comes Falcon Smith.
Smith in that 34, looking for a spot here on the man we like to call the Spider Monkey in other leagues. Falcon was 3rd in points last year with the Chop Shop Racing Geomax Series. And another slider there from him on Brandon Dittmer. Try it once again, another slider by the 83. As they go slide job city here for 4th. Meanwhile, Henderson looking for an insurance spot here on Grandy for 2nd. Do you feel comfortable where you are at if you're Henderson, Zach, or do you want to go for it? Oh, hang on, Grandy up on the wall, and stacks up the 25 and the 34, and Dittmer, we're winding them up in turns 1 and 2. Caution flag waves, and now we'll have to see who's going to have 2nd and 3rd, who kept it straight and who didn't I believe it's going to be Henderson and Dittmer. We'll just have to see. First replay of the night coming right here.
I mean, he just, Grandy wouldn't mind me saying this, Marty, he just steps on it. I mean, does that to himself, gets in the outside wall, and there's nowhere for those guys to go.
Yeah, it'll cost Grandy a couple of spots here. So the top 4, besides Alton here, we'll ride with another driver here. Let's ride on board here. Tyler Bush was also involved in this accident, too. So the top 4 will be Alton, Henderson, Smith, and Dittmer. So Henderson taking advantage of this. Smith, the biggest winner in all of this, I guess you could say. But how is the damage going to look on the drivers here in second and third? You see some left rear quarter panel damage on the 34 and the 25. I don't see anything up front that could be major, though.
No, and honestly, I think, Marty, the guy I'd be worried about is the one in P4, Brandon Dittmer. It seemed like he got into that pretty hard. But, I mean, if you're sitting 4th in the final transfer, you can't come in and use that quick repair. He's got to try to tough this out, but I bet you that thing's going to handle a little ill.
Well, here we go. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout. Not a 1-lap show to see who is going to get the first 3 spots out of this B main in. Of this last chance showdown. Here we go. And a correction, by the way, I meant 4 laps of racing to go. So Alton holds. It was a single file restart with the speed under 5 laps to go. Henderson and Smith hanging on. Dittmer currently the first one out in 4th. He finished inside the top 10 with us during the Bank City 40 a couple weeks ago when the 360 sprint cars were at Charlie's. Got company, though, for 4th, though, with Hackett on him. Here's a run by Falcon, trying to get an insurance spot on Henderson.
Falcon is so good through turns 1 and 2. He's been running that cut down. Now he's going to have to throw the slider if he can. You can kind of see Dittmer now. He's mimicking that line, and Dittmer's reeling those guys in. Monkey see, monkey do, Marty.
Take a ride on board here with Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Final lap underway. Can he grab that final spot? We'll just have to see. They're racing on, though, for second. Smith and Henderson, they're both in the show. Smith with a slider. Henderson counter it back. Dittman trying to throw the Hail Mary, but it won't work. Smith taking second over Henderson. Drew Alton, meanwhile, your race winner by 1.4 seconds.
That's a statement win, Marty. He doesn't feel like he belonged in that B main, I think.
I want to show you both the last 2 race results we had. This was from heat race number 4 when Carr won by a 1/10 of a second on Nick Brundage. And then here is the results from the D main. Alton winning by 1.4, and again, top 3 are in. The rest of the field is headed home. All right, C main time. Starting lineup looks like this with Evan Nugent on pole position in car number 025. With him on the outside is James Boniface in the 213. Started row at number 2, Dylan Simbala in the 61 with Charles Martel to the outside in the 06. The 3rd row, Christopher Martin in the 27 and Matthew Arnold next to him in the 157. Row 4, it's Justin Ledoux in car 99 to the outside, Brody Adamski in the 119. Rounding out the top 10 here for Last Chance Showdown number 2, Joseph Groom in car number 11, and Isaac Salas starting from 10th. So our second of 3 Last Chance Showdowns here coming up. Open for a good one. Marty Sakala, Zach Chapman with you on the call here on DIRTcar eSports. Glad you could join us here. Good to have a lot of you all checking in here. Shaggy, you've got I think this is Dustin here checking in. You've got a fan, says you're looking good.
I saw that. I didn't know how I was going to handle that. Thank you for bringing that up for me.
Got a lot of Brewer fans, Talon Willis, Rakoski, Devin Hauer fans, Littleton, Carr, and more. Green flag is out here for the C main on iRacing. B main number 2 for us, and they're nearly 4 wide going into turn number 1. 2 by 2 on behind Evan Nugent for right now. Christopher Martin, the first one out in 4th, side by side for the lead here. Boniface looking on Nugent, but Nugent leads lap 1.
That's where you want to tell those guys, settle down, run single file for a bit, try to pull away, but not going to listen. Look, Boniface goes back down to the bottom one more time. Slide job for the lead, shuts the door, new leader at the line.
Nugent counters it back though. Boniface scored as the leader after that 16:31 lap. Nugent's got it for right now. They stay door to door to turn number 3. Symbolic closing in on them both. And it's slide job city once again at Charlotte. Hang on. We got Brody Adamski around. He hits the Uke tire off 4. He tows it, no caution. We stay green. 3 laps completed. Still Boniface and Nugent drag racing. And Boniface clears in the 2:13. Oh, but don't look
down.
down.
The party, Marty.
Yep,
Yeah, there he comes.
Isaac Salas trying to get a piece of it himself. Here comes Simbala underneath for the second spot of that 61. Simbala, a regular driver with Regal Promotions Esports Series, also a sponsor of DIRTcar eSports. Andrew Regal doing a great job promoting that. But yes, there he is, Isaac Salas, a modified champ with the Coast to Coast Racing League. Quickest car on track here too, Zach, a 16:18.
Yeah, 6 guys in 6 laps. I think that's pretty good, Marty, but he's got to get one more, and he knows that. Now, the 25 there of Evan Nugent, he slipped up a little bit, but he didn't leave the door open. Isaac wants to see those guys start racing.
Top 2 drivers, though, ran their quickest laps of the race so far. 3 laps to go here in B main number 2. How bad do you want it if you're Isaac Salas? Another quick lap, 16:17. Ledoux has spun. He gets it back going. No caution. Salas trying once again. Pulled up to the doorstep, but couldn't crack it open. 2 laps to go in the C main. Zavala trying once more on Nugent. Nothing doing there. Salas may have to try this one off the cushion if he wants it. He's got to get it. It's down to a car length. Look at this set by Salas. He's trying to gain some distance. He pulled even there with Zabala off for 2. The 61 able to clear. One last shot for Isaac. Can he get into the show? This is for third of the line. Zabala takes it over Isaac. Boniface the winner. Nugent in second. Simbala in third. They're all headed to the feature tonight. Wow.
That's what you want. That's what you want. It's a tough break for Isaac, but boy, what a show. And we still got one more B main to go, Marty.
Yeah, this is just preliminary action tonight. Wait till we get to the features tonight and tomorrow night, and then the championship race on Thursday night. There's a look at the results there on your screen from the C main. One more to go here. Give it to us, Zach.
Final B main of the night, starting on the pole, the 714 of Chris Darling to the outside, the 20 of Dylan to work. Row 2 to the inside, the 800 of Tyler Jackson to the top shelf, the 170 of Derek Anderson. Row 3 to the inside, the 017 of Shane Billings to the outside, the 777 of John Canizaro Jr. Row 4 to the inside, the 330 of Luke Rakoski to the outside, the 44 of Ethan George. Row 5, rounding out B main number 3 to the inside, the 93 of Jason Butterfield, and on the top shelf, the 111 of Chris Moore.
So, one more last chance showdown to go here. And we've got the wild man, Chris Starling, the Land of Legends sportsman driver out in front. Here's a fun fact. How did he prepare for Super Dirt Week at Oswego last October? It was thanks to iRacing, and it worked out for him really, really well. Again, top 3 transfer into the feature. Everyone else is headed home early. Green flag is out. Good jump from Darling. Jackson was able to pick up a spot out of that and now look for the race lead. Trying to go up 2 here in 1 lap, nearly 3 wide for the second spot. Jackson gives Darling the real estate. Chris Darling leads lap number 1, near contact for 4th on back. As that is Billings and Anderson. Jackson again trying to grab the race lead off for 2. He can't do it. That is a smorgasbord going to turn number 3, Zach.
Yeah, and Derek Anderson doing it a little different than we've seen it done before on the bottom here, almost 3 wide. He is working the middle bottom here through 1 and 2, and Marty, he is quick. Look at him out of a cannon, battling for second.
Oh, look at this here. Anderson in that transfer spot with the Matt Williamson 358 scheme here off for turn number 4. Anderson edges them out as they were just about 4 wide across the line. They were forced to lift. He's stuck all the way down to the 5th here at the moment. After right in the top 3, nearly rubbing wheels here with Shane Billings 4 wide again for a moment. Jackson hanging on to that one for dear life as he nearly scrapes the wall. Jackson trying once more. Pulling even here with Billings in the turn number 3. Who gets back on the throttle first here, Zach? It's Tyler Jackson in 3rd. 5 laps to go.
That's a lot of sausage stuff down in there on the bottom. DJ's finally got the outside opened up. Here comes the 20 back to P3. Billings, he sends it in. So does the 8. Oh boy. It's getting nasty out here.
Everybody trying to send it for their lives to stay alive here to make the feature this evening and to try and have a chance to get 1 step closer to get into the $500 to win show. We'll have to see. But right now, though, it's the Wild Man, the Land of Legend sportsman driver, Chris Darling out in front with 3 laps to go.
You got to think, Marty, he's the only one that's safe right now. Everybody else, their spots.
Oh, look at the work, though.
Oh, big set, Marty. How'd he clear that?
He came out of nowhere. They're wrecking further back. That's Rakoski and Moore, and the caution flag waves. Check that, Ethan George and Rakoski, rather. It is not over yet, folks. Take a breath. Look at what happened here. This is George here in the 2. Rakoski in front, and George just got a little bit too deep there into the 330.
Yeah, and you could see him lock it up. He didn't try to drive through him, but at that point, it already drove in too deep. Damage was done, and that's just a tough break for the both of them.
Aboard, Ethan.
I love the focus message there, though, Marty. I mean,
Yeah.
it may not have worked that time, but I do love the, the message.
Go try it when you can. But I mean, I see this field here as we come to green. When you look at the top 10, I see half of them with a chance to win this. Really. And there's 3 spots up for grabs.
That's what I was going to say, and I think the guy maybe in the worst spot here, Marty, is the guy in 3rd. Dylan, everybody's going to want that thing. He's going to have guys itching behind him. He needs to nail this restart. We're going to have a green-white checkered here, so one mistake, that could be it for you.
We'll have to see what DIRT can do here, and they have extended this yellow flag here a lap.
Yeah, our SDK, I don't know when they're going to fix that, Marty. In making it say lap 11 out of 10. That is my biggest bone to pick with SDK the last 2 weeks. Ever since the big iRacing update, they want to mess up our costume.
After this, the drivers will get, I believe, 5 minutes to warm up if needed. Then afterwards, we'll go racing for our 30-lap feature tonight. Again, the top 10 out of that will race in the $500 to win Digital Dash 2.0. 11 through 20, keep in mind as well, we'll head into our B main. Here we go, pace truck is in. Darling, Anderson, DeWert, Jackson, and Billings, the top 5. Butterfield, Cannizzaro, Rakoski, Moore, and George, the top 10 here. It is, I believe, a 2-lap sprint to the finish here. Yes, it is. Here we go. Darling fired first. He'll get a freebie here. Look at this set by Billings. He clips the Tory tire in turn number 1. Somehow the car is still going, no issues. Tyler Jackson underneath for third. DeWort goes in deep. Little tight on corner exit. Final lap underway here. The race for third is on. Jackson getting held up though by the 170 of Derek Anderson. But Jackson, he's got DeWort cleared. One last shot into turns 3 and 4. DeWort drives it in deep on the 800 of Jackson. Yeets him through 3 and 4. And DeWort forces his way through for the final transfer spot. And there is a little beef at the end.
Yeah, Jackson not going to like it, but I got to be honest, Marty, I don't really see anything wrong there. We're racing hard. You left the door open on the last lap. That's what we want. That's what we got.
That is how bad do you want it? So, a look at the B main results here from the end of that, and we'll step aside and take a commercial break. When we come back, it's feature action at the dirt track at Charlotte. Stay with us here on DIRTcar Racing.
March 1st and 2nd, World of Outlaws Bike Week Jamboree at Volusia Speedway Park. Get your tickets today at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Ready to go feature racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 25 drivers set to take the green. Here is a look at the starting lineup. On the pole, Ryan Guffmanis in car number 84. To the outside, it is Braden Eiler. He is in the 440/number 5. Row number 2, Talon Willis in the 10. To the outside, it's Chance Carr in the 2. The third row, Peyton Talbot in the 114. Devin Howard to the outside in the 316. The fourth row, Cole Henschel in the 3 with Nick Brundage to the outside in the 916. Rounding out the top 10, Connor Dudek in car number 7, and Ethan Bill to the outside in the 14. Zach, 11 through 20.
Row 6 to the inside, the 4 of Anthony Perego. To the outside, the 19 of Kyle Lanfear. Row 7 to the inside, the 96 of the Swan, Gunnar Swanchara. To the outside, the 39 of Mike Brewer. Row 8 to the inside, the 510 of Ryan Coolthal. To the outside, the 015 of Braden Carter. Row 9 to the inside, the 100 of Drew Walton. To the outside, the 213 of James Boniface. Row 10 to the inside, the 714 of Chris Darling. To the top shelf, the 34 of Falcon Smith. And Marty, you got the rest.
Final rows here, Evan Nugent starting 21st. Derek Anderson starts 22nd. Robert Henderson 23rd. Dylan Simbala 24th. Then Dylan DeWort starts 25th. All right, Zach, picks to win. Who do you got?
Oh, boy. I mean, after that show, you're going to give me the low-hanging fruit here. We got to take Goffmanis. Starting P1, I mean, he's going to be the man.
I'm going to go with Talbot from 5th. They make their way to turns number 3 and 4. For the first time this week, we say, where else would you rather be than right here, right now, off for turn 4, night 1 prelim feature. It's time to get it on. My, oh my, 4 wide off for turn number 2, and that's not wide enough for Charlotte from time to time. 3 wide here now for the 4th position. Lapwood to lie, give it to Guffmanis in the number 2. Side by side to 1 and 2 for this 2nd position. Willis and Eiler, Chance Carr trying to make a peek underneath here for the bottom step of the podium, but don't look now. Here comes Peyton Talbot, and that 114. Oh, hang on, the 316 sideways. We're stacking them up on the outside. That was Ethan Bill that took a lick there, and somehow, some way, everybody kept it straight for now, but Phil, he stopped it in turn number 1. If he toes it, we'll stay green. He'll keep it going. Guffmanis still the race leader for right now, Zach, with a nice gap on Willis and Eiler. Now we go yellow.
Yeah, caution flag finally does wave, and you got to think that's the right call there.
Wow, this is a different cause.
Bill has.
This was a different cause for the yellow. This is Braden Carter in the 15. And let's show you what happened to this man. Ooh, a very hard shot there. Darling gets collected. A couple other guys. Let's get right on board here with Braden. Oh no, look at that. He got something happen with his car, like something broke while he was driving. A very strange accident. And then I'm going to see if we can get to the prior situation here. I don't think I'm going to be able to on the event history on my end. But Ethan Bell really taking a lot of damage from the non-caution flag, using a quick repair. He should stay on the lead lap if I were to guess correctly, since he didn't need to tow it. We'll have to see how the scoring winds up.
I would think so, just due to the fact that, you know, they went back to that previous lap. He should be okay.
So
it really shakes up the back half of the top 10, Marty. A lot of new names now in the show that weren't. I mean, Swan Chara, one of them there in the 96. He's got himself inside the top 10, and a couple guys on the move. I mean, Chris Darling up 5 spots there to 14th. I mean, picking them up as quick as he can. And like I say, Marty, to these guys, they all know 75 laps Thursday night. You just got to make the show. Aim for the top 10.
You see some of the drivers we're right on board with. Devin Hauer, bottom left. Gunnar Swanchara, bottom right. Here we go for the restart. Guffmanis, Willis, Talbot, Eiler, and Carr. That's the top 5. The Jack Leonard crew guy selects the top here for this restart. We're back to green. Guffmanis able to hold serve here over Willis. It's Talbot and Eiler battling for the bottom step of the podium here. Carr and Henshaw going for the 5th spot. Ooh, hang on there. One car sideways. It's Brewer in the 39. One other car gets damaged, that being Carter in the 15. But other than that, Brewer, the only driver around. Yellow lights are on here on lap 6.
Yeah, it looks like Marty Gunnar Swanchara sends it in a little deep there, and there's just a big checkup behind.
Take a look here. And Darling got the back of him with nowhere to go. Yeah, it was just this, what looked to be an accordion effect there going into turn 3. This is the onboard with Brewer. Yep, there you see the sun. Luckily, give credit to him and Brundage for both of them keeping it straight. So back to yellow here once again. A reminder, we are back tomorrow night. Don't want to miss out on that. Night 2 of the prelims. Drivers you didn't see here tonight, well, you'll most likely see them tomorrow. Live at 8:15 p.m. on DIRTcar Racing's YouTube page here. It's been great to have another round of DIRTcar eSports after a highly successful, Zach. Bank City 40 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we drew the crowd back and then some. A lot of names returning, plus a lot more. And Marty, you know, and not that we can't do more, because we can. Let's get that number up to 120. I think we can have 60 per. We're almost there. Should be there next time.
Great to have a lot of you still checking in. Let's see here. We got someone rooting for Bill as well in the chat. There are some Isaac Salas fans in the chat as well in that final beam and that final last chance showdown. So, all right, single file restart because we did not complete a green flag lap after that restart. So we'll have the train here on this restart. Gufmanis able to hold serve here into turn 1. And we'll see who makes the first move. No one changing a line to the bottom for right now amongst the front 5. There you see the first move. Connor Dudek looking on Anthony Perego. The 7th spot up for grabs. Perego started back in 11th. Right in the 7th spot, trying to make it into the top 10. Well, I should say trying to make it into the feature on Thursday night.
Yeah, and would do that with the top 10. So we know where you're going, Marty. Right now, I think Anthony, if he can get up to P6, he'll feel comfortable. But right now, you know, you're the back half. You don't really want to be there. Want to get as close to P5 as you can. But for the moment, Anthony's going to be feeling pretty happy. So let's take a look up front, Marty. Battle for the lead.
Gufmanis' first challenger of the night. It's Talon Willis after Willis set the quickest lap last time by at a 16:26. Talbot trying to make it a triple threat match here for the race lead.
That's exactly what Talbot needs. We can tell he's got a quick race car. Those two start mixing it up with each other. Look, there he goes on the outside. Oh!
Slight contact. Talbot scrapes the wall. No harm, no foul. We stay green. Talbot's just got to get back into it after having a close moment. This allows Islander to close in a 3-car race for second while Gufmanis tries to pull away.
That's exactly what he's going to do if those guys continue to lean on each other like that. Long way to go, not even halfway yet. Like I say, just focus on being in the top 10, boys. Settle down out there.
This is on board Talbot. That 3rd spot, final transfer spot for the feature is Drew Altons in the number 100. Kyle Landfear underneath. Evan Nugent with a big send, trying to hang on to 12th for Ryan Coulthau. And they touch there for 12th. And for those wondering, in the 20th spot, it's currently Chris Starlings trying to hang on to a B-main spot. Remember, 21 through 24, you're going home. Low contact back there between him and Anderson. Back here for 10th. Alton rubbing Nerf bars with Dudek for 9th. A big slider from Alton. Dudek with the counter. Ooh, Alton a little bit squirrely there in 3 and 4. This is some wild racing for a transfer spot in the feature. Slide Job City for 10th at a 1 and 2.
Lamphere's got to try to get close enough to pick up the scraps here this time on the undercut. Can he follow? He's going to think about it. Nope, stays to the outside.
Meanwhile, in front of them, Perego and Brunger's racing really well for 7th. It could be 3 wide here off at turn number 2. Lanfear trying to show the nose on Dudek. Both of them go up the hill. Alton continuing to rip the lip, but he's able to clear on Dudek and Lanfear for 9th.
And the problem is with Lanfear doing that, you had mentioned that 25 of Nugent. He's reeling him in. Look at Gufmanis out there. He's not playing around, Marty.
Yeah, the delta at a half second over Talon Willis at the moment. Other good battles on the racetrack. Carr, Eiler, Henschel all racing for P4. So them all staying single file. Perego hanging on to 7th on Brunge. But this is really the Peloton pack, you could say the least. Dudek trying to open up this gap here on Lanfear. Yeah, like you mentioned, Nugent in that 25 is closed in on both of them. And same with Boniface and Coulthau. 10 laps to go, though, here at the line for Gufmanis. And this would, I believe, would put him on pole for the feature as well Thursday night with this heat win. Let's go back to 8th. Here we go. Alton with a run on Brundage, tries the slider on him. This will allow Perego to pull away just a little bit. And here goes Nugent for 11th. Alton trying once more on Brundage for 8. Can he get the hole there in between the two? Slotted in for a moment. Brundage counters it back. Now they'll trade sliders with 8 to go, Zach.
Yeah, those guys are going to mess around and let Dudek run them down here. Right now they're 8th and 9th. I mean, apples to oranges, I think if you're in those spots, you just got to make the show, and you don't want to allow those guys behind you to reel you in.
Some other good battles still happening here on the track. Henshaw and Eiler. This is the race for 5th. Mentioned about Henshaw earlier on. Graduated from Kentucky, a successful pitching career playing baseball. Now back into the modified. Believe he's going to make the trip as well down to Florida in February. Henshaw a little bit tight there for a moment. Couldn't grab 5th from Eiler there just yet. Gets a little bit tight with 5 laps to go here at the line. Guffman is still the leader. 9/10 of a second lead on Talon Willis. Back to 10th still. It's Collar Dudex for right now, but when they get to the white flag, don't be surprised if Lanfear or Nugent each decide to get aggressive. Nugent now looking for 11th. That'll help Dudek out just a little bit, Zach.
Yes, it will. He's going to reel him in, and right now he'd love to reel him in because, take a peek down low. The 19 gets a little tight, slides up, leaves him plenty of room.
Oh, I got a second,
Lanfear,
though.
Man, he's running out of time.
They're all closing on Alton, though, as he caught the wall. Slider there by Nugent. Lanfear counters it back. 3 laps to go. Nugent up the wall, going across the start-finish line.
Yeah, Lanfear cleared himself there and put the 25 in a tough spot, but made the move that was right for him. Nugent maybe going to feel the other way, though, and Marty, this time, only 3 more laps to go.
2 laps to go here at the line.
Me.
Yeah, you're good. Heinschel and Eiler still racing for 5th here through 3 and 4, though. It is all Ryan Guffmanis. White flag flies. Final lap underway for the driver of the Thrill Factory. Winner's Performance, JLR Technologies, number 2, making his way down the back into turn number 3. A performance that the Jinja Ninja will be proud of as his crew guy Ryan Guffmanis is taking it to victory lane. He wins the Night 1 Prelim for the Digital Dash 2.0. Willis in 2nd, Talbot 3rd. The race for 10th at the end. Connor Dudek was able to edge out Lanfear at the line by a half second. So top 10 are in the feature, 11 through 20. We'll race in the B main Thursday. That'll be our first race Thursday, and Chris Starlane scoring the final spot in for that one. But it is Guffmanis that takes the win here this evening. He was 19th in Digital Dash 1 a couple years ago. That may change with a much better result this week. Look at the results here on your screen while we wait for the top 3 to show up. Guffmanis with the win by 0.8 of a second on Talon Willis. Peyton Talbot finishing 3rd. Chance Carr in 4th. 5th belonging to Braden Eiler. Cole Henschel in 6th. Anthony Perego in 7th. Nick Brundage in 8th. Drew Alton 9th. And Connor Dudek rounding out the top 10. Zach?
Kyle Lanfear bringing home P11. Evan Nugent, Ryan Coulthal, James Boniface, and Ethan Bill, your top 15. Devin Howard, Dylan Simbala, Falcon Smith, Dylan DeWert, and Chris Darling rounds out the top 20.
Derek Anderson, 21st. Robert Henderson, 22nd. Braden Carter, 23rd. Mike Brewer, 24th. And Gunnar Swanchara in 25th. And again, shout out to Land of Legends for sponsoring Night 1. Appreciate their support of the DIRTcar Digital Dash all week long. And again, if you are headed for the virtual exits, to say the least, we'll be back tomorrow night at 8:15 here on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube page. Well, we've got your top 2. We don't have the 3rd place guy yet, but we will go in order from 1st to 3rd, and let's bring him on in. We'll bring in our race winner, Ryan Guffmanis. Ryan, congratulations. A great win for you tonight. What was working out for you as a whole compared to your opponents?
Yeah, honestly, everything worked out tonight. Qualified P1, that helped a lot, and it just starting in the front of your heat, And just being able to start up front like that is a big key to success like with these races. And it's just like I wasn't really thinking I was gonna be that good, but because I didn't like get that much practice in, and I guess I didn't need that much practice.
I know you're a crew guy for Jack Leonard, and I know it's a fixed setup, so you're using, I believe, a obviously, you're not using your own setups. But did anything like tips from like Jack or anything like that help you out going into tonight? Since obviously he's raced at Charlotte for many years during the World Finals.
Yeah, I don't know really, but obviously like like I look at what he does on the track, and we talk a lot, and when I see what I see like when he's on the track, like when he comes back in, I tell him like what I think he needs to do, and like what he tells me, what he feels, and like I just put that all in consideration and kind of bring it onto here. It's a little different, but I think it all works out pretty much the same if you just all work together on it.
How do you now go forward into Thursday? Obviously, a much better starting spot and trying to better that. I think it was the 19th place finish you had a couple years ago in Digital Dash 1.
Yeah, just going to Thursday with a different mindset, different field. Obviously, there's going to be more competitors, more tough competitors like Caleb Durgan. He's going to be really, really good. He's always really good here. He's going to be hard to beat. Just got to run a good race like I did tonight, and just stay in a rhythm, and hopefully come out on top.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to obviously Jack, everyone that helps me IRL, Winner's Performance, E-Bill. He was in Discord. We were both in Discord together, just talking about like what we should do, and obviously Winner's Performance and everyone else.
All right, Ryan, we'll let you go. Congrats on the win, and best of luck to you on Thursday night.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there's Ryan Guffmanis, again, crew guy for Jack Leonard, taking the win here tonight. Second place driver, a good run for him as well. Zach, you've caught up with Talon Willis in the number 10.
Yeah, the Max Julice Speed Shop number 10 ends up P2 tonight. Talon, how we feeling, man? You're in the show Thursday.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Just main thing, I want to finish top 10, but definitely finishing up here gets you a lot better starting position. So I think that's going to play a big factor because there's a lot of good guys that'll be there Thursday for locked in spots. So I think starting spot is going to be a big factor. So we got that out of the way. Now if we can just keep our spot and maybe get one spot better come Thursday. I know there's some more good guys in the second server, so we'll have our work cut out. But maybe we can just get one spot better and come away with the win.
I know you mentioned obviously starting spot really going to help you there, Talon, inside of row 2, but I think something else, that may help you is a little bit of discipline. How much of that are you going to need Thursday? I mean, 75 laps, as well as I do. You can't drop that hammer right away. You got to take care of that right rear. What are the plans to do that? Are you willing to let the leader run away if you need to? You disciplined enough to play that game?
Yeah, for sure. With 75 laps, I think it's going to come down. I mean, you'll probably have a little bit of tire wear, but heck, all you got to do is lead the last lap. That's the main thing. So you can let the leader get away, and I'm sure there'll be some cautions here and there, but within about the last, I'd say 15 to 20 laps, you want to be, I would say, really close on the leader just in case there's not a caution within the last few laps. So you got to pace yourself, and you don't have to lead all 75 laps, but obviously that would be nice, but you don't really have to. I think you're going to have to pace yourself and just make really consistent laps and just be there at the end is the main thing, and we're going to try to finish one spot better, like I said earlier, and we'll just see how it goes.
Amen, brother. The only lap that's going to pay is the last one. $500 to win this thing. Let's see what you got, Talon. Good luck Thursday. But before you get out of here, brother, got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, all the guys at Majula Speed Shop. I know this was a fixed setup race, but they do a lot for me. Dylan Yeager, he was on the sticks, are just kind of helping me a little bit tonight. And so that's awesome, and hopefully I can return the favor tomorrow night. But 511 Race Designs, Jackson Whittington, go check him out. If you need real life wraps or iRacing wraps, hit him up. John Darby Race Designs also, he helps me a lot too. And all the guys like I said, at Majula C, Talon Willis Racing, just everybody, all you guys at DIRTcar, just everybody that puts this on. I know it's been a few years since we've raced it. This was my first ever DIRTcar race, so cool to be a part of it, and just glad to be here and couldn't thank everybody enough.
We did fantastic, Talon. We look forward to having you back at the next ones. Good luck on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And so there's Talon Willis, our second place finisher. We'll round it out the podium with sportsman driver Peyton Talbot in third. Peyton, positives you take away from this run? Obviously, got a head good starting spot going in the feature, starting fifth, and moving up into the end to finish in third.
Yeah, I mean, it was. 30 laps is pretty short around Charlotte. Normally compared to like our official stuff is 50 laps, but yeah, it was decent. I think I can definitely improve on some things, and just need to get some test laps in for probably tomorrow, and just get used to the set more and that kind of thing. Just get used to. I need to be up on the wall more than I am, and start beating the right rear off the wall a little bit harder. But we'll dial it in. Working on Thursday.
Anything about tonight that may have maybe surprised you? Something you may not have expected?
I don't know. Honestly, I just wanted to come in here and run top 10. Just transfer into Thursday, and we did kind of accomplished our goal tonight. We'll start like you said, we'll start fifth, so it'll put us in a good spot. Nothing really too out of the ordinary from an iRacing race. Just like I said, the top really, honestly, was a little bit more dominant than I thought it would be. I thought it would lane change a little bit more than it did, but hopefully we can get a good run going Thursday.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
Just all my sponsors. Just everybody that's on this car, and everybody watching on Facebook or YouTube, I guess. Just all our fans, everybody that supports, and see how Thursday goes.
All good. Peyton, we'll let you go. Great job tonight, and we wish you well on Thursday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So appreciate the top three for taking their time out of this one, but in the end here, Zach, it is Ryan Guffmanis. We'll get our commentator camps back on here. Final thoughts here, Zach, before we sign off here on the night.
I mean, what more can you ask for? We saw a tough battling in the B main. I look forward to more of that Thursday. But, Marty, we still got 10 more drivers tomorrow night. And I believe, was that Guffmanis who said to you, wasn't sure how well he could do, got some big names tomorrow? We indeed do. So,
yes.
Don't think this is anywhere near over. I mean, tomorrow, we could have even more fireworks than we had tonight, Marty.
Without question. I believe we'll have another post as well tomorrow about some of those names that will be with us. Another strong entry list tomorrow. So you don't want to miss out on that without question. So again, a reminder, we are back with you tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m. That'll be on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube pages. But with that, it's goodbye from now. On behalf of everyone here at DIRTcar, my broadcast partner, Zach Chapman, Bryce Callis saying so long. Ryan Guffmanis, he's your winner in night one of the DIRTcar Dash 2.0. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you tomorrow night in under 24 hours from now. So long.